Yo. What's good, y'all? We live and in effect. Live and in effect. Oh, okay. So head out the light. And touch the phone. Rdwc chiller is going. There's what we got in the room right now. It's water temperature. It's right here. It's CO2. Franken chiller is working its ass off. Not really, but it does a fucking good job. pH is staying good. Got this in here. The aquarium one is bouncing around, of course. But we're at like 6.0 right now, anyways. We got roots going already. Yep. Mm-hmm. We're out and about, exploring already. Look at them ladies. Yes. Let's go over here. Yep. Mm-hmm. Everything's been working pretty good. Got the lights. They're low, but the watts are low. This here is 200 for this whole thing. So it's 100 for this half and 100 for that half. Same thing with the other one. So this whole side here is 400 watts across the board. Same thing on the other side. But that one's more intense at the same wattage, so it got to be up higher, just like this one here. The intensity. That's why they're sitting the way they're all sitting right now. And then this light here, yep, good to go. Everything's running pretty good, staying pretty stable. Temperatures in here is good. We'll go look at that real quick. Temperature is what it's been staying around. That bottom numbers are the numbers. 75, 59. Not bad. Can't beat that. That's what it's been staying with the lights on and everything running, chiller and all. When the chiller goes off, it goes down about 2 degrees, sometimes 3. I've been keeping a close eye on it. You see that bucket ain't here no more? Well, that bucket ain't here because they're one of these seams right here. Not this bucket, of course, but the bucket that was over there, right in one of these seams that came down in the morning, and I was fucking dripping from right there. I thought this had a leak. I thought that thing might have leaked. I didn't think it was the reservoir sitting there was leaking, but it had a leak in the odd spot. I was checking the fitting back here, because here's where it comes in at right here. And I thought it was leaking from there. I thought maybe it was leaking out of it. I'm looking everywhere, and the whole time it was the same on the bucket had fucking busted a hole in it on one of these little fucking seams right here from it stretching in and out, in and out, in and out from, because both of these right now, since it was dripping, these are two, they're both filled 30 gallons apiece. So this right here changed my room when I need to change the water in the Rdwc system. They haven't lost much water. That top black line right there is the full level. I don't know how well y'all can see it, but I got a couple lines on there to reference how much water is in there. But yeah, so I came down. It wasn't a lot of water. You can kind of see right here where it was. I vacuumed it up. What's up, brother? What's happening? I had found a leak, man, in my res that was sitting here. The seam on it fucking started splitting. You kind of see the water line came to about right here. It wasn't much water, but it was enough water. Any water is too much water, put it like that. In this kind of a system, any water is too much water. But yeah, so I had to take that out. Now, these are filled because I had to empty that other one. So this is two 30 gallons sitting here. Yeah, here you go. There's the man. Here's genetics. They're popping. Look. And that's just one, two. This is the third morning. I mean, yeah, their third morning in this, and they're all like that. There's the water flowing. Watch how fast these fuckers are already growing. I topped it when it went in here. It's already grown that right there. It's crazy. Telling you. So this is the mac and cheese. I got 2 females out of all those seeds I started. One was mac and cheese, and one was my genetics, the Dosa Widow. All the other ones were all males. So yeah, I got the res sitting there, the broken one sitting right there for now. So I gotta re-put another one over here. One of these I'm just gonna stick right over here and hook it up. There's my drain here, and there's my water coming in. See, I just zip tied that son of a bitch over because it was just kept on leaking, man. Didn't want to stop. And I didn't want to use any kind of silicones or anything on that because I don't trust the weight that's sitting in it. Let me see. But there's the mac and cheese, brother. Yeah, it's all running Frankenchiller and all. Frankenchiller works fucking great too, especially with this controller. I could watch it and see how long it's on for and off for its Wi-Fi. I can control this from my phone. But this right here, as soon as it hits 70, it kicks this on. And that 64 brings it to like 65. It won't hit 64, it'll hit about 65. So I'm bouncing between 70 and 65. This setup I have keeps 60 gallons cold for about 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours, without that being on. And that's about 10 gallons in there of just RO water for the chiller. But that fucker's working though. Yeah. DIY, man. You gotta DIY some shit, man. That's the Frankenchiller. I got the extra fan just keep it a little bit cooler. And then I got my CO2 controller here. I took my tank off because my controller shouldn't. The other parts right here, I gotta go fill up the tank. It's $30. But yeah, I got all that getting ready to go in. I gotta hang the line. I don't know how far to have the CO2 away from the plants though. You know, because then I got the lights. You know, do I just put it up and let it fall down, turn all the fans off for like an hour and let it fill the room? I don't know. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, we'll look at another one with some roots. That day, within an hour, there are roots in there already. Just crazy. I built these little lids here to go on, as you can tell. Look at that shit, man. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. This little fella here, little lady here. These things are going to take off like mad style. Them roots already hit that water. They're getting ready to go. Yeah. And we're at like 400 across this whole 8-foot light that I built. Oh, 8 foot. So 4 of these sticks runs a 240. 4 of those sticks run on a 240. 4 of these, they all run on their own drivers. These drivers for this one is here. Let's see. With a fan blowing on them. Keep all my electric up. Then the other one for these, this one has 2 drivers. So these 2 boards run on a 240. Those 2 boards run on a 240. This right here, 600 watts, I can get that to. And here's the drivers. I got 3 drivers there, and then that one has a 480 driver. And all these are dimmed on one dimmer right now. Both that light and this light, because they both have outer dimmers. So I can dim these from the outside. Those ones have it on the back. Yep. And then I got 2 more 240 drivers sitting right here for the Mars Hydros that I had, the SP250s. And I've got these here. I got 3 of these. One of them's up there right now. And I got 2 more drivers if I need. I got an SP250 sitting right there. I got an SP250 sitting somewhere else. So I got light if anything goes down. What's good, brother? What's happening, man? Room's up and going, man. So yeah, I've got let's see, I can get these up to like almost 500. So that's about 1,000 watts with these 2 lights together. Over here, this is 1,000 watts with these 2 lights together. So it's 2,000 watts of light. And this is 9 foot long by about 5 feet wide. From plant to plant is not that. It'll be 6 foot. My trellis is going to be 6 foot by 10 foot. That's going to be the trellis that's going to go on top of this. And I'm just going to build it and do the whole thing and try and fill it. I don't know what kind of vegging plants these are, if they do go fast or if they're slow. I know the Mac, I heard, is a slow grower. But I know nothing about the cheese. I know nothing about the parent strains to these, because they could be fast. You know, you never know. So here's what I got going right now. This is what's happening here. I found another male. Of course, the male got to be fucking stinking the whole fucking room up and looking so fucking good. Look at this male. Beautiful male, man. This is a pucker punch from Jinx Proof. This fucker is beautiful. Branching real nice, loading up good. Stinks like a motherfucker. I just gave him a full year spray. But yeah, the fucking male, man. Fucking male. So it's done. These are my dose of widows. Look at them fucking roots. There's my hydrocloner over here. Look at them fucking roots. Yep. These here are some good shit. That's my dose of widow. That's dose times widow 47. That is a stretchy ass fucking plant, but man, does that thing fucking put some nice ass weed on it. Beautiful. Everybody loves it. Lone, what's good, brother? And this is the tank. This one here, this fucking corner right here started leaking right here. Came down in the morning and this fucker is completely full, dripping fucking right out of this little seam right here, this fucker. I've had this thing in here forever. No, this right here you're talking about. No, it just stays. This here, if you're talking about this system here, this pump right here pulls out of this, puts into this, and dumps out there. And just keeps circulating. That's a 2,600 gallon per hour pump. It's a powerful pump. And then the air pump, it's an eight site. You can see we got one in here though. This is the res here. So it pulls out of here. Down there, I have it down at the bottom with a T on it. And then you can see that blue thing in there, that's a radiator. That radiator is flowing ice cold water through the Franken chiller. See the Franken chiller over here. A dehumidifier turned into my chiller. It runs 300 watts. And that's what it uses, 300 watts. And it just cycles in and out of this here through a pump. And then it's in a, something to keep the water colder longer than it just being in a 5-gallon bucket. So yeah, this just recirculates. It pulls from the bottom. All the big tube pulls this way, comes in here, and circulates back out through the half inch. And I'm telling you, watch how fast this RDWC is gonna fucking just go fast, 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 fast. Now with my CO2, okay, this is the ambient. This is what it's been about, is bringing the outside in. It's been around 400 lately. Unless I'm in here, I'll bring it to like 6 or 7 when I'm in here. But the line I have, where the fuck did I put it all? It's all hanging there. The line, I got enough to loop all the way around the top of the lights here. I could put it through all the tops and just let it fall down. Or do I put it closer to the plants? Then I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna get it there. I haven't really looked at any CO2 systems to see how they're really set up to work. I just know it has to be above the plants. So that's what I'm gonna do there is figure out that now. Because I got the tank sitting over by the door. The cheapest place I found to get that tank filled is $30 even. Isn't the tank? Yeah, $30 even. So this is the setup. This is what I got going on. And then see that red light I had, you can see right in here. And then it just reflects off of this all over the place and drops it right here. These strips are all 35K on this one. These are all 35K. This one, if you look, you can see this one. Where's my hand? This one right here is a 5,000K. And there's another one over there that's a 5,000K. The rest of them are 35Ks. If anybody was wondering. Oh, sweet. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hell yeah. Sweet. Had to be making a trip out that way soon. But yeah, these things they're taking. I can already see the growth they've done already. Especially with this shit down here. That just took off. Okay, putting the internal timer. That's adjusted to enter the room every 15 minutes. Okay, gotcha. What's up, Michigan native? What up, brother? See my lights are made. So that's my light setup. So I'm gonna do that, Harley, every 15 minutes. Because that thing's on a timer, it's all set up to just keep it at an ambient CO2 level in here. I mean, this is a big room to fill up with a lot of CO2. It is 24 feet long by 11 feet wide, and add that other 10 inches there would be 12 foot wide. And that goes all the way around the bottom. Those are mac and cheese. Yep, mac and cheese. It's from Goliath Grower. So, yep, that's it. I got all my water sitting here to change this red since I had a fucking leak over here. See, the water was right here. It's dripping out of that. You can kind of see where that square is sitting and drip right to here. So I fixed that. Oh, and I'm at 500 ppm. I'm coming down. I got some hypochloric acid in there. But I've been over here writing everything down every day, twice a day, right here. The morning is green, the night is red, which kind of looks orange to you guys. They went in this day at 2 o'clock in the morning. So it was really that day, that night. But yeah, I'm writing every day, writing it down here. I got all my notes up top, taking my notes. These can all be taken off here now because there's only 2 left. Out of those 4, these 2 were males. And then I got more notes. So yeah, taking notes too. Can't forget about your notes, fellas. So yeah, that is the update on the Rdwc system. It's up and going. I'm running Dutch Pro. This stuff right here. I'm gonna use up the rest of this grow here. And then I got these 2 here. These are 1.3 gallons. A and the B. Just flour only, boom only. I'm only using this because there's only a little bit left. So I might as well just use that up because then it would just sit around forever. I don't have no cow mag, so I'm using this cow mag right now. Using this at one. See, now what I did was I put this in first, silica. I put 30 mils of this, 30 mils of the take root, 30 mils of the multi-total, 30 mils of this stuff here. This was a sample bottle, so I might as well use it. Microbes are always good. I use 30 mils of all these right here. And same with this. And then this right here, I use that 400 mils each bottle. I mean, 500, sorry. 500 mils to bring me up to 500 ppm. So that's where I'm sitting at with all this in there is 500 in there. And then I put 30 mils of this in there. Appreciate that, Bim. But yeah, that's what I'm using. So far, I haven't had to use any of this stuff. It's been staying pretty stable in there. You know, I've been checking it with this. This one that I have in there, I know how it works, so I can read this one. You guys can't because it bounces around too much. I just figured out how it works because that one just runs on electric from the wall. So it works all right. And then the chiller temp gauge is in this bucket here. I didn't put it in the res, I put it over here. So, yep, we're working. It's working. Right now it's working. The temp is, like I said, 75 is what it's been hovering at the whole time, between 73, 72 to 75. And the humidity's been, it's been up to 65, 70. I had it at 70. If I close the door, then it'll go up. But I got the door open right now. I'm just chilling the room out. And we're only at, what, 1,000 watts altogether here. Let's see, 800, sorry. Not even 800-ish on all the light right now. And I did my little meter thing. Meter reader. I meter reader everything. See, we're not real high on that. You see, we're down almost, it's at like 350. If I come over to this one, it goes up though. Now we're up to about 450. I'm gonna give them a little bit more light in a couple of days. This one over here should be more at around 5. Yep, that one's more around 5 on this side. It's almost closer to the 5 on that side. So that's how I got it running right now. I'm not pulling too much. The Franken chiller, okay, that thing turns on 4 times a day to cool this whole system down. 4 times. That's it. For 3 days that thing's been running, it's kicked on 12 times. I can count because of this controller over here. You know, it's all on my phone. That's I like that. That's cool. You know, so I can watch that on my phone and I can count every time it comes on. So that's pretty dope. I don't think that's too much, you know, for what it is. And it's pulling 300 watts, 310, 12 bounces right there, you know, so that's not bad for 4 times a day. I could take that, you know, trying to watch this electricity billy. We don't want to skyrocket the bill. But see, I got those little chips, these here. These here, I'm going to put in on the canopy over here. I'm going to put one over in the middle of this light and just set it there. I was looking for another hood like this. I can't find another. I got this at the grocery store for nothing. He just gave it to me because it was sitting there. I was like, fuck, I need another one. I actually need 3 of them. But I got this because this don't have this in it. So I'm going to just set it just like that in the middle for now. Plug it in and let it go. And then we got a little bit of red. A little bit more photosynthesis light. But that's what's happening, guys. I figured now that it's done, it's set up. The only thing I have left to do is build the walls out of this here. This is the stuff I'm putting on the walls. Stuff that I took off of the walls. Diamond Mylar. It's pretty thick shit. Put that right there. Used to hang up on the wall from that edge all the way around to there. So you didn't even know there were windows in this room at one point. And then this right here, that hole, is going to be my exhaust that goes outside. I can put my fan there. This thing here fits right in that hole. I could stick it on a gauge to exhaust if it gets ever too hot in here. You know what I'm saying? Just as a backup, just in case. But I don't think I'm ever gonna have a problem with it. When I was running the 1,000 watts in here, it never got up too hot no way. It stayed around 73 in here without the door open. So another 1,000 watts. But that dehumidifier dumps heat in here. That's definitely dumping heat in here. So the tap. So yeah, it's gonna be cutting off at 65. It'll cut off at. And I like it. It was cheap. It was quick. It was easy. You know, it was something I already had in my house, just like this cooler. Something I already had here. I just stuck a bunch of black plastic over it since I can't close the lid. I don't really want to drill holes in the lid right now, but that's all I got to do is drill a hole for that and this little line and 2 pumps. That's it. Just didn't feel like doing it. Because then, you know, I got to put these 2 big holes over here, and then that will keep it cooler. You know, that'll hold a little bit more of the water temperature. So, but it's working. That's all that matters. It's fucking working. Now, I've seen a couple of Rdwc systems with people that had them in tents running HPS over them, and they didn't have no chillers. And I was like, okay, you know, whatever. But the benefit of the chiller. Let's see some more root action. Oh, yeah. And lids fit right in there, too. But everything, all the airline is exactly the same length. It's all 11 foot. Each one's 11 foot to give me enough line. So they all are the same. Even this bucket here has 11-foot line on it. So I could equalize the pressure coming out of this here. And I think we're getting pretty good bubble action and all kinds of action in these buckets. What do you say? I don't think I'm lacking on anything in there. Lid's all wet. But now, you know, it's gonna stay like that. That's good. Keep that moisture in there. So that's the setup, fellas. All right. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Just wanted to give an update of it being done. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm out of here. Thanks for stopping by. Y'all smoke and stay medicated all day. All day.